Hey, welcome to Mac's Garage. I'm Mac, and today we're going to be putting the leaf spring back in. It's only been like 3 weeks. That took a lot of time and effort to figure out how to get those bushings in, but we finally did it with an all threads bar and some nuts. That was way easier than I thought. Anyways, we may also get to the sway bar, but I don't know if we have everything, so it's just up in the air today. Let's get to it. All right, look at my nice pretty bushings that are in. Everything's all good to go. It's gonna take 2 people to get it up here, but also look at what else we did. The shocks are in, finally. It only took like 17 holes, but they're in there and they look like they'll stay, hopefully. Well, that was a pain. So we put this side in first because originally we put the other side in first, and when we had to pull it back, it would not reach this, no matter what we did. So we put this side in first, used a crowbar and a big fucking hammer. It was not fun. Anyways, we got it in finally. I'm wet in every place I shouldn't be. And now it's time to get the U-bolts on. Well, no, it doesn't go that way. It needs to go back farther. Okay, so go up first. All right, now get it to go on the hole. Once again, I'm not strong enough to do this. I need help. All right, this is an adjustable bump stop plate from DGP. All right, the little, I forgot what they're actually called, the hooky do goes right on the inside. And then we're gonna put the U-bolts in. All right, now I'm gonna tighten them down so I find what I'm gonna do that with. We're gonna torque this down to 55 foot-pounds. All right, last, we're gonna put on the bump stops right through there. And probably should see what size this is. Well, oh, there's a washer. All right, we had to take off the shock in order to put the leaf spring in, so now I'm gonna put it back in. Maybe, hopefully. So after that, I put it here, and it still lifted up off it. So we're back to where I was originally. Thank you, Jody. So, I'm gonna tighten it back on. It's done. Finally. It's 101 degrees in here, and I'm slightly going crazy. So the leaf spring's done, shock's in. Let me show you the bushing that we messed up. It's a mangled mess, so we're not doing the other leaf spring today. Such is life, but maybe we'll do the sway bar after lunch. So I said after lunch, but it's now after dinner. Yay! Okay, so we're going to do the sway bar. I actually think I know what I'm doing for once. So look at that. All right, this way. I don't know what those are called, but the D goes around it in order to put it on to the Jeep, and then the other side. Excuse me. I even have all the tools out and ready to go because I'm just convinced this is going to take me no time at all. So, wish me luck. I guess that's right. All right, let's put it onto the Jeep. Where did the bolts go? All right, so it's going to go on these two. I'm going to need help holding it up while I do it. So you won't see me put it in, but you'll see the it's a quicker disconnect part, which you can do with your sway bar that's already on the Jeep if you have one. But we did not have one, so I'm installing it first. There's instructions this time. I don't think that has to be torqued. But well, it has to be torqued on the ground, right? Okay, let me just talk to myself, figure that out. All right, so first we're gonna put the U-strap on. You gotta make sure that you put it on the top. I have too many things in my hand at one time. All right. Make sure that the threads are on the inside and that you put the washer on it, otherwise it will go through. All right, I can't use my left hand because I am special. Then we're going to tighten her down. Just gonna tell you right now, I can't do this. But we'll give her a go. 40 foot-pounds though sounds like that's my husband's job. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, that was my attempt. Now he's gonna do it. All right, sway bar end links. I'm gonna put the aluminum sleeve in. Ow. All right, and then it comes with this nut that has a locking thing. Oh. Do, do, do. What are you worried about? I got all my toes. I'm quick with the feet. All right, this one's also 40 foot-pounds. Okay, that's as far as I can go. What if I pull this up? Okay, yeah, that's not going anymore. Look at how strong. So strong. Oh, Jesus. I was so close. Every time. Okay, last but not least. Okay, so something that you need to know for these, I don't remember what they're called. This part has to go over this, like this. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Flat. Okay, perfect. Ta-da! Put it in here, which you guys didn't see. Jody cut off the original ones, so that was fun. All right, let me get, where'd the pin go? All right. Why? Is it off? Damn it. Get back the other way. Okay. Now I'm gonna be strong and hold it there. Will it not let you do that when it's on? Ow! Okay. Did it already go up? No, okay. Oh! I did it! I did it! Okay. How did you hold this here the last time? That's out. Okay. Oh, this one's pulling down. Okay. Oh, does that mean I need to loosen it because it's already there? Okay. Is it? This thing is bending this. Okay. the sway bar's in. The only thing that we can't do right now is, so you have a 15-degree angle flat, and then this will go up. Okay, maybe that's hitting something right now, but this should go up as a 15-degree angle, and you will adjust these, but you need to be on the ground for it. So you'll adjust them, and then they'll go on here. And then this little pin right here makes it a quicker disconnect, because you can just pull it out, pull it off, and then you don't have a sway bar. Anyways, it's only taken me 3 months to do this freaking lift kit, and we're still technically not done. However, all the pieces are together. We just need a bushing, and then we can get it on the ground. So, I mean, you know, world's longest lift kit, here I win. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to comment below that I'm amazing, because and I will see you next week.